Right now, Pittsburgh's best sports show is about to begin. Call us or tweet us. We've got things to talk about on the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call, powered by FanDuel Sportsbook. We have a lot going on here tonight. Bob Pompeani flanked tonight by Tim Benz, Trib Live. And boy, the Penguins are at it again, trying to maximize the most of the Crosby-Malkin era, and they made a trade. Jim Rutherford has certainly targeted Jason Zucker for quite some time. Last year there was talk, it never happened. This year it did happen. Tonight it happened. And for those of you who missed the trade, it is Zucker coming to Pittsburgh, 28 years old, signed for 3 more years at a nice fee of $5.5 million. They give up Alex Galchenyuk, but they also had to give up a #1 pick and a very good prospect in Calen Addison. So, Tim, your take on this one.
Does Mrs. Pomp love you as much as Jim Rutherford loves Jason Zucker?
I think she loves me more, but I think you're right.
Oh, I don't know about that, Pomp. Maybe on your best day, but that's about it, because this has been a quest for Jim Rutherford to get Jason Zucker going back to the Phil Kessel deal. And I hope there's not, what's the word I'm looking for here, the phrase, confirmation bias here? Like, this has been our guy the whole time, and he's still right, even though he only has 14 goals this year in 45 games. He's been hurt. I like the player. I don't love the player. I don't have that big of a problem with the return, given what the thinking is. To your point, let's try to get one more cup out of these guys while they're still healthy and in their prime. The mentality I'm not against. It's just I'm not as in love with Jason Zucker as they appear to be, and maybe some other folks surrounding the Penguins, the fan base, some of the media that follows the team seem to be signing off on.
So here is the trade, so you can read it for yourself. Zucker comes here, Galchenyuk, Addison, and a #1 pick go there. And, you know, the thing about this guy, he is a top 6 material guy. He's good in the locker room. What I like, too, is the fact that, you know, they take guys from other teams. And sometimes people wonder, what are you going to get out of that guy? For example, Justin Schultz, when they acquired him here, people said, you're getting a -55 player. What are you going to do with him? Well, they turned him into what he is now, a $5 million+ player a year, and a kid who's headed into restricted free agency. He's turned out to be a pretty good player. Even in the deal with the Florida Panthers, when they got Jarrett McCann. I think Jarrett McCann was kind of looked at as maybe, you know, a second part of that trade with Bukestad, but Jarrett McCann has fit in very well over here. They bring in guys, and I think Zucker on this team will have a better impact than he did right now on the Minnesota Wild.
Well, yeah, and let's hope that Jason Zucker, when he comes here, gets off to the hot start like McCann did when he first got here, because McCann's been going through some slumping now, too. I know one thing that's been brought up frequently that I've seen online quite a bit from people who are saying this is a good deal for the Penguins is that they've got Zucker locked up for a couple more years after this. And, yeah, if he works out, that's great. If he doesn't work out, then you've got to give him away for Nick Bukestad and Jared McCann, just like you did with Derek Brassard, because we were saying the same thing about Derek Brassard. It's not just a rental. You got him for an additional year. Isn't that great? In theory, it was. However, he didn't work out here.
Right, but Rutherford's quick to clean that up. He doesn't hesitate when he makes a mistake, and he'll say, okay, that didn't work.
I'll try it. Is it clean? Like, did he really get out of Brassard clean? Because,
well, as cleanly as he could have. That's the way I look at that.
Because they did give away a first-round pick for him, right? And Bukestad, who's a salary cap albatross right now, and McCann, who's nice, but, you know, based on the way we're reshuffling the lines, might wind up in the 4th line.
No, I wouldn't go that far, but I think.
How would you do it?
Well,
if you got Sid between Zucker and Simone, that's what you said.
Unless you put McCann on this line, you could put McCann on because McCann can play all 3 positions. And I like him playing with Crosby.
Okay, so then you would hopefully have what, Bukestad come back and be the 4th line center?
He could be. Yeah.
Boy, that's a lot of faith in Bukestad that I don't have right now.
Bottom line is they're making deals to try to win now, and I always appreciate that. I always talk about you want every management team to try to win now with your teams, especially when you have top-heavy talent like the Penguins have, and I salute them for that. Whether it works out, we'll find out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But they're in a Eastern Conference right now, which saw tonight Washington lose at home again. So this is back-to-back home losses to the Flyers and tonight to the Islanders, and they lost 5-3. So Washington is stuck 4 points ahead of the Penguins, who now have 2 games in hand on them. First place is very much attainable here. If you take a look at the standings as it is right now, with those Penguins 2 games in hand, they started the first of 4 in a row at home. This is rather intriguing. Boston lost to Detroit the other day. The president's, or not the president's, but the #1 seed in the East is on the line.
Yeah, and Pomp, you brought up a name earlier in your conversation with me here about this. Just it clicked as soon as you said it. Justin Schultz to me is kind of interesting in this whole discussion because I think now giving up what they have given up just to get the forward in Jason Zucker, if there was any thought that they were going to try to get another defenseman to offset the loss of John Marino, I believe they are really going to be reticent to do that because they already gave up the first-round pick. They already gave up the product in the pipeline. We should point out, though, that according to CapFriendly.com, this is a first-round pick that's massageable based on whether or not they make the playoffs this year. But we are assuming that they're going to make the playoffs. So given that set of circumstances, it's a little added benefit there. But I think Justin Schultz playing well and getting back on track from his injury now is huge because I see it all the less likely that they'll try to parlay more collateral into getting some sort of defenseman to offset the loss of John Marino.
All right, we're due for a break. Get online. Let us know what you think right now at 412-575-2600. That's the Border Supporters Hotline. We'll take those calls next on a big night for the Penguins, who make a trade and see a Washington Capital team lose again. We're just getting started. It's the Sports Call here on CW. The Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call is brought to you by Ireland Contracting, celebrating 25 years as Pittsburgh's #1 home exterior expert in roofing, siding, windows, and gutters, where honesty and integrity still matter.